As Abraham and Sarah travel through Gerar, Abraham, again worried about his safety, uses the plan to protect himself, same plan he used against Pharaoh. He again claims that Sarah is his sister, not his wife. In doing so, he seeks to avoid being killed by the king for her beauty, for in the ancient Near East, beautiful women were often vulnerable to abduction and exploitation. While Abraham's actions may seem morally questionable, we must understand the historical context. In these times, women were often seen as property, and a woman's beauty could attract the desires of powerful men, making her and her family vulnerable. Abraham, fearful for his life, seeks to protect both himself and his wife. God, however, is not deceived. He warns King Abimelech in a dream, revealing the truth of Sarah's identity as Abraham's wife, as Abraham's deceit would have brought a curse on the king and his kingdom. In this moment, God's omniscience is on full display. Despite human deception, God sees the heart of the matter and intervenes to protect his chosen people. Abimelech, shocked by the revelation, calls Abraham to account, just like Pharaoh did in Genesis 12. And though Abimelech had no ill intent, his actions are still seen as sinful in God's eyes. The consequences of sin often ripple out, affecting others, even when there is no malice intended. But God, in his mercy, offers a way forward. He instructs Abimelech to restore Sarah to Abraham and assures him that his household will be healed. This moment reveals the power of divine grace. Even in the face of human error, God is willing to intervene, protect, and bless. And so, Abimelech obeys, restoring Sarah to Abraham. In response to Abimelech's repentance, Abraham intercedes on behalf of the king. This highlights the power of prayer and the importance of forgiveness. Through Abraham's intercession, God heals Abimelech's household, and the king is blessed with fertility. Abraham, despite his own flaws, is still regarded by God as a prophet, and his prayers have the power to effect change in the world around him. In the ancient world, fertility, both human and agricultural, was a sign of divine favor. The blessing of fertility upon Abimelech's household signifies a restoration of his social and economic standing. At the time, the ability to have children, especially sons, was central to the future of a family and kingdom. The story of Abram and Abimelech reveals that God sees beyond human deception, and his omniscience ensures that truth will ultimately prevail. Abraham's prayer for Abimelech demonstrates the power of intercession and the significance of standing in the gap for others, even when they have wronged us. The scene captures the moment of divine intervention as God reveals the truth and offers mercy. Abraham's decision to deceive may have made sense in his own mind, but this narrative shows that God's plan, though mysterious, is always better than our own attempts at self-preservation. Although Abraham's deception was motivated by fear, it ultimately led to negative consequences. Honesty is always a better course of action than deceit. However, despite Abraham's failure, God still blesses him and uses him to bless others, showing us the extent of his grace. Hence, while human wisdom is limited and often flawed, God's plan is sovereign, and his grace is abundant. Let us walk in truth, trust in the divine, and when necessary, intercede for those around us.